True story. I was in Hong Kong looking to buy an item, a wealth trigger to put into my office. And while I was browsing around the store, I was having conversation with this salesman, this closer. Now in my mind, I already liked the item. So he was taking the item and I was looking at it. He was just talking and talking and talking. In spite, I was giving him all the signals that, hey, I'm ready to buy this. You don't need to talk anymore. So he kept on talking and talking, and I had to go because I was actually rushing to a meeting. I thought to myself, you know what, I'll come back to this. I like this, that's fine. And I walk out of the store, and I actually didn't have time to go back and make the purchase. See, he actually talked me out of the sale. If he would just recognize the buying signal, he would have gotten the sale. Don't sell what's already sold. So I thought, wouldn't it be helpful for you if I actually share with you what are some of the buying signals? What are maybe some of the ways, the 5 ways you can recognize buying signals? Maybe that would help you when you're closing as well. So the very first buying signal is this. It's when your prospect is nodding their heads like this. Whenever you are explaining the product, you're asking questions, you are demonstrating the product, they're like, interesting. That is a buying signal. Or your prospect is touching the merchandise. They're touching the product. So at a time when I was in the store, I was holding it, I was looking at it, I was playing with it. That salesperson should recognize that that is a buying signal. See, if I'm not interested in the product, I would just, okay. No, but I'm like, okay, let me see that. That's interesting. Wow, okay. That's a buying signal. So buying signal number 1, when your prospect is nodding their heads or they're touching the merchandise. Buying signal number 2, when your prospect is asking about a specific product. Example, let's say you are in a store and the prospect is asking, so what size do you have? Does it come with black? Does it come in blue? How many units do you have available? Anytime they're asking about a specific product, that means they want to buy. It's an indicator of interest. It's an indicator of buying signal. So that is number 2. Number 3, they use possessive statements. Now, what do I mean by that? It means they are using statements. They are making comments about what life would be like after they own the item or after they possess the item. Example, let's say in a furniture store. Let's say you sell furniture. Couple walks in and they're asking questions. And they're saying, you know what? This would look very good in our living room. Boom, right there, that's a buying signal. Because in their minds, they are already visualizing what it's going to be like if they have this particular product or this sofa in the living room, right? Or they might say something like, you know what? I think I'm going to send 4 of my managers to this training. Boom, that's a buying signal. They haven't said that they're going to buy, but they're already imagining what it would be like, what are the logistics after they bought. Another example, they might say something like, well, you know what? This software would really help me in our company and make our life so much easier. Boom, right there, that's a buying signal. They are already thinking, what's going to happen when they start using your product and service? So that is number 3, when your prospect, when they are using possessive statements. Number 4, when your prospect is asking you about price. That's correct. If they're asking about price, what does that mean? It's an indicator that they want to buy. Now, they might ask price in different ways. Sometimes they'll say, how much is it? That's a very common way of asking it. But sometimes they will ask something like, do you have any financing available? Okay, they're thinking about how can we make this work. Do you offer any discounts? Do you offer any volume discounts? It means they want to buy a lot, right? Is this the best price that you could give me? Is this the best price that you give me? Again, all those things, whenever your prospect is talking and asking about price, they want to buy. Buying signal number 5, when your prospect is asking about delivery and start date. So they may ask you questions like, so when can we start this? How soon can we start this? Boom, that's a buying signal, right? Usually the delivery, how long would it take for the item to arrive to my home or to my office? Boom, that is a buying signal. Do you offer any express delivery? Boom, that's a buying signal. Right there, when you listen to that, you know, that's what they are interested in. And let me give you a bonus, although I promise you 5. Let me over deliver. Buying signal number 6, when your prospect is asking you risk minimization questions. Now, these questions are usually more fear-based. So they will sound something like this. What's your return policy? How long is the warranty? What about your support system? How good is your customer service support? What does that look like? If I send an email, if I need help, how soon do you usually get back to me? That's a buying signal. Now, although it may feel like an objection, like, why is this prospect asking about guarantee and return policy? Does that make them a bad client? Maybe, maybe not. But chances are, it means that they want to buy. We're looking for buying signal. But they have some concerns. Maybe it has nothing to do with your products and services. Don't take it personally. It's just maybe they've had a bad experience in the past. Maybe just recently. And now they need to make this purchase again. It's like, I'm not so sure. So that's why they're asking about that. So scenario like this, if you can make them feel comfortable, if you can make them feel at ease, they would buy. And if assuming your products and services are good, you over deliver, then they will be a loyal customer. So those are the 6 buying signals. By the way, comment below and click and let me know which one do you recognize now, or which one that you maybe didn't recognize before and you actually lost some sales. But from now on, you're gonna recognize. 1 to 6, which one? Let me know.